Hey guys, Charles Short Reviews here, and today we're going to be reviewing the Transformers War for Cybertron Kingdom Later Class Galvatron. So, here he is in his space cannon mode thing. Yeah, I'm not sure what this is, but it's pretty cool. So, yeah, so basically, you guys don't know, and back in like April, Hasbro officially revealed after like tons of leaks, officially they revealed the Transformers War of Cybertron Kingdom Galvatron, and I was like, oh yeah, finally we're getting a good Galvatron because. Well, before this, the last decent Galvatron was this, but even then, now it's not saying much. Just not, I mean, it wasn't a horrible figure, but it just did not do Galvatron that good at justice. So I'm glad that at least this one is. So, but yeah, we'll see what all that is in the review. But first, let's start off by taking a look at the collector. Kind of like, oh, boo, it's another Dinobot. But because it's a new wave, if you reveal this, here, let me focus on that. There we go. And voila. Dynamis. He is still a Predacon. So for those who wished he was a Maximal, I guess he's not going to be a Maximal in the Netflix series, but we'll see. We'll see. That trailer they get released, but we don't know what faction Dinobot will be. Will he become a Maximal or will he stay Predacon? We'll see. But without further ado, let's take a look at Galvatron himself. So yeah, so here he is. And he's pretty much like how you'd expect Galvatron to be. He's not a race car. He's not some spaceship. He's not a dragon or 6 different modes. You all know which versions I'm talking about. Or he's not a tank. I mean, this is kind of like a tank, but it's not. It's not really a tank, especially once we look at him next to Siege Megatron. But hey, here it is. So let's look up close. Details. You can see. Very nice stuff. I want to take a look at this cannon here. I really do like how this turned out. So they painted this here, and then they kind of faded out into this like clear plastic. So that's pretty cool. I mean, I still don't know why they did that, but hey, I don't think it's that bad. And so yeah, if you want an all clear version, there's actually yesterday they officially revealed a toy colored / Marvel Comics colored Galvatron. So if you also prefer those colors, you can also get that one. But I believe that one's all clear and a brighter orange. So yeah, there's that. And as you can see, they got some silver paint going on and some dark details going all around. And of course, purple and gray plastic. It looks like they put some scuffing details, especially here. I don't know if that's really scuffing. It kind of looks more like energon kind of leakage on there. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think it's bad. I mean, it shows he's not like, playing it safe. He doesn't play it safe. So, yeah, very nice one. As you can see in the back, he does have a little back support thing, which the Times of Turn one didn't have, and I don't believe, well, the G one did kind of do. If you're not a big fan of it, you can just fold it up, but it kind of, yeah, there's a reason you have that. Unless you can turn this, will that work? No. You have to have that down, but he kind of looks ridiculous, kind of because it's kind of long. So honestly, I do prefer it like this way. Yeah, very, very nice for the alt mode here. It's not really much to complain about. So yeah. So anyways, for accessories, again, he has that gun thing. We'll get into that when we transform, but he does come with not one, but 2 Nemesis guns, or not Nemesis, 2 Revenge guns. Yeah, there you go. So we'll just take a look at one there. They're the exact same. So if you guys don't know what the Revenge is, if you're just a casual Transformer fan, in the 1986 movie, the Decepticons, of course, including Megatron, some Seekers, and some Insecticons, were taken in, heavily damaged, and they were repaired, and some became new characters. And of course, they were known as Galvatron, Scourge, Cyclonus, and the Sweeps. So, but along with that, Galvatron also offered them a new ship. So it's called the Revenge. So basically replaced the Nemesis. I don't know what happened to the Nemesis. I gotta watch G1. But yeah, pretty cool. They don't have this in purple, and the toy colored version is in black. So they still haven't done it. But anyways, so for storage, well, this ain't storage, but you can, if you want in one gun, you can combine these two together. You can sandwich them, and you can have this going in. You can have either side you want. It's gonna look the same, regardless. But yeah, that kind of does look kind of cool. It looks like a thing from Star Wars. Was it those hyper things? I forgot those. Was that hyper, when they're in hyperspace, they have that one little thing around them. It kind of looks like that. But anyways, so for storage, it's a few different places, but Hasbro officially shows that there's these little tabs here, and there's these slots. I just want to have these in here. There we go. I should show how it's done. So the lower one go into here, as you can see, and it just taps in like that. So you can hear it snapping in. So that's nice and secure. And he comes with a matrix, but not just the matrix. He also comes with a matrix chain. So if you also don't know, basically all these are based on Transformers the movie, especially this. So if you don't know, after Optimus died, Ultra Magnus became the leader of the Autobots temporarily. His what would that be? Acting leader to the Autobots? I don't know. But anyways, so he's got Ultra Magnus had the Matrix. He wasn't totally worthy of being leader, so he couldn't get it open, the Matrix open, and then on the planet Junkion, and then of course the Galvatron and Cyclonus came there, and then they blew him up afterwards, and then they took the Matrix, and then Galvatron found some chain, put it around, because he didn't know how to use it, like Ultra Magnus, so they just put it around his neck, and of course later Hot Rod took it, and then, you got the touch, and then of course it became Rodimus Prime. But anyways, the tabs, so it can store here, there's a little slot, and there's a little tab at the bottom, and we'll just go right in there. So there I have that. And by the way, yes, this is the same Matrix as the one that came with the Earthrise Optimus and all those repaints, and as well as Studio Series 86 Hot Rod. This is Studio Series 86 Hot Rod's Matrix. Earthrise Primes is the same, pretty much the same, but it's got a little bit of a lighter blue, a little crystal in there, gem thing. I'm not sure what that is. So, but this one, they just painted it because if you had this, then the light piping wouldn't work, so they just did that. But it's removable, you just kind of have to turn it around and kind of just get it out. Afterwards, just kind of have to undo it, and it does come out, and then that's what it looks like without it. Yeah, so there's that. Alright. So yeah, that's it for storage. So yeah, I'd say this is probably one of the better of the storages. It's not some ridiculous thing like off to the side or anything. I'd say it's pretty decent. So yeah, so anyways, now for comparisons. So off here is with the Kingdom Cyclonus. Here he is with the Studio Series 86 Scourge, which was revealed that there was a leak of a Studio Series 86 Decepticon sweep, which is the same, but his hands are just reversed. Here he is with the Siege Megatron. I do not have the Earthrise one, but they're both tanks. Yeah, they look. Here he is with the G1 Galvatron. Now, unfortunately, mine doesn't have any accessories or anything, or not much stickers. But if you wonder what it looks like, it's basically about as thin and big as and long as this one is, but just in there. You can kind of see the orangish yellow they use for that. So, there you have that, and that's basically the colors they're going with that one exclusive. It's going to be on Hasbro Pulse. So, and finally, not surprisingly, here he is with the Titans Return Galvatron. Other than the G1 and Titans Return, I do not have any other Galvatrons, though they aren't that great. So for once, we actually got a very good Galvatron. So, but yeah. Anyways, yeah, there they are. I think I transformed this correctly. I'm not sure on the arms, but yeah, here they are. And as you can see, yeah, this one a lot better than this one. Now again, I still enjoy this figure. It's pretty decent, but for me, even before this figure came along, it was just kind of an eh. But I use it anyways. It's probably it was for a time the best Megatron, or not Megatron, sorry, Galvatron. But now we actually have a good successor. Now, is this one entirely geoinaccurate? No, but that's on purpose. Hasbro wants you to continuously buying it for the next, I don't know, 15, 20 years. Because that's why it took us this long. Because Hasbro could do, like, around 2006 with the Classics line, they could have made stuff like this, but they didn't want to, because they wanted you guys to, or wanted us all to keep buying these figures, because, well, that's just how business works. But now we're starting to get closer to the $30 masterpiece Galvatron. So, yeah, so there you have those comparisons. I think I got all of the ones I want done. Yep. Alright, so, after removing these accessories, let's get on to the transformation. So, first of all, parts forming. Oh no, yeah. What you first want to do here is you want to take this section right here, and you just want this little barrel section. You just want to kind of combine this together. There you got his fusion cannon. Very nice to do like that. That's probably one of the better transformations for parts forming. Yeah. So, anyways, down to the actual figure transformation. So there's no more accessories. It's all just this figure. So first you just want to fold these pieces up and click this together. This time I've really practiced the transformation. This is a very fun transformation if you look through this. So I'm not going to go, oh wait, where does this go? No, I'm very sure of this transformation by this point. Alright, so next, you just want to kind of lift this section down and click this piece up. And then, next, you just want to untab these side bits here, like so, and untab these as well. And let's raise them up. And once you got that, then you can just lift this section forward, and then untap the legs. And then swivel them around, untap this, flip this out, and I just want this tab to go in that slot. And once you got that, swivel that back around, and you just want to do the same thing here. Alright, now, standing him up, just want to put this down here, or wait, no. Kick up the legs, there we go. And then flip the section back here, and then you can just click this in right here. In the meantime, just kind of straighten everything out. So, yeah, there you have that, and I gotta raise this camera up. Alright, so now, continuing on, you just want to untab this back section from right here, around here where the cannon was. And you just want this tab right here to go into that slot. And yeah, I think that'll just stay in there. Doesn't click or anything. Well, first what we want to actually do is want to put this piece out. This is pretty tricky to get out at first. But let's slow this down. And I need to use both my thumbs for this part. So just want to do all of that. There we go. It's pretty tricky to get, but once you got that, just kind of lower this all around. And now click in. And just tap that back in there. Then you can put this back right here. And have this tab in. And then next you can have that click right there. Then so this will all fold in here. This tab will go in that slot. And the same for over here. So after they got that, we're almost done. So next you just want to raise the treads up, and then this little tab will go in that hole right there, the pinhole, because there's a pin. So, yeah, and then after that, step that in as well. And click that in. Straighten this out, like how I have it here. The little shoulder pieces. I mean, you can do whatever you want for those. Then untab these forearm sections. There's little tabs right here, and that goes in those slots. So lower this down. And just do the same thing right over here. Then pull out the hands. And once you got that, there you have the basic robot mode, but no, we're not done. You know something's a little odd with Galvatron. Something's a little odd here. So, if you can stand up straight, what we gotta do next, and finally, is Fusion Cannon. So you can tab it in wherever you want. You can do it on his bicep, or you can do it on his forearm. I think in the cartoon you did it on his forearm, but I'll just put on his bicep for now, especially once we get into articulation. But once you got that all solved up, there you have Kingdom Galvatron in his robot mode. And yeah, I gotta say, this is definitely the best robot mode for a mainline Galvatron, like, ever. Obviously, I mean, how can you say this is, like, better than the other one? I mean, yeah, opinions. I mean, if you don't like this one compared to the Time to Turn one or the G1 version, I mean, hey, that's fine. But in my opinion, though, this is definitely the best looking mainline Galvatron. Is it the best looking Galvatron ever? No, there's probably some third party ones that are out there that are more based on Masterpiece. They're not supposed to compete with this, or more supposed to compete with Takara, because they still have not made Masterpiece Galvatron. Come on, make a Masterpiece Galvatron already. But yeah, there you have Galvatron. So yeah, very nice. Let's take a look at all the details, because oh boy, there's a lot of them around here. I mean, not a ton of details, but still a lot more than some other figures. So starting off, we got the head sculpt. That's an obvious start. I love the detail. I think they put like a little dark lining around the eyes. That looks very nice. And the sculpting. Ooh, yeah, that's definitely very good. They painted the silver plate. I think that's black plastic, and they painted the top silver. And then next, we got a nice Decepticon logo. It looks so perfect there. And you also got these little details. I'm not sure what those are. I don't mind. Again, they also got on the arms here too. I don't mind them at all. So, yeah. But hey, if you don't like them, just get floor polish. I believe that's what you gotta do to remove that stuff. But I won't remove it. I think it's a nice little addition to detail. Because, hey, it's nice to have a little more detail in here. And then you got red squares for the abdomen and nice silver in the middle. You got this plate here, which this is like the first thing that happened as soon as I got out of the box. Like, I just heard, like, oh no, that's gonna be annoying. This is like literally like a G1 kind of thing going on. You know how some G1 toys have some loose, floppy parts, and like on purpose. It's kind of gonna reminds me of that kind of stuff. Yeah, all around, again, more stuff on the forearms, and nice little red on the knees here, in purple as well here, and black. And then there's some more kind of battle damage here. It's kind of like scuffing. So they kind of brought back the siege stuff, and then they got black for the toes. So they basically just brought back, you know, what they had in siege, and then you got silver here. So for the treads, I appreciate, unlike the Time to Turn one, they did paint the treads a bit, and that, while not being that much there, but hey. Oh, I forgot to mention, yes, this guy can roll. He does have little wheels at the bottom of his treads. So that's nice, as well as for these as well. It's not, you can't see it now, but it's, you know, those little things that stuck out the back. Yeah, it's that had, those have wheels. Let me see if I can get that out. Yeah, see there. So that's very nice all around. And of course, again, we already discussed the Fusion Cannon. So yeah, nice paint on this guy. So articulation, he does have a ball joint movement, so you can, you know, look all around. Unfortunately, can't look up that much or down that much. I mean, it's a little bit. So that's kind of let down. The arm or the shoulders cancel or run. Oh yeah, by the way, there's something that I will address in a bit. Or yeah, I'm just going to address it now. There's things I always forget. Alright, so this is Galvatron. Know something funny? His shoulders are low. Well, I don't think they're that low. But guess what? Here's how you can prove it. So you just gotta untap the tread, so it's down and around. Oh my gosh, it's higher up than this one. Okay, so anyways, yeah. So basically what I was trying to say there, I'm going to explain what I basically just did. So basically, yeah, apparently Hasbro misassembled something. I mean, I think they did probably misassemble it, but so his arm or shoulders are supposed to be located a bit higher up than the rest, than they should be. But unfortunately, it looks like what they did was said just like except for this piece, middle piece here, which is part of this. Just pretend this is off, and then this is like this, and then then this would be on this side. So that's how it appeared. But see, the thing is that it looks like they kind of swap things around. I mean, it's hard to explain. So there's some good videos. I think there's one good at that. So I can see how that all is, but yeah, it does appear that they miss his own. Now, honestly, when I saw in person, I didn't think it didn't look that bad. Yeah, I mean, I guess it does look a little better high, but honestly, I don't think they're that bad. But if you have a problem with this, shoulder, then there is a video that that you should go check out. That I may link in the description down below how to fix. So there's like a little thing you have to pry it out and all that, and then undo the pin. But I honestly don't care that much. It doesn't look too low for me. Because again, I don't judge by shoulder heights. I mean, if they're like down to here, then yeah, that's a problem. But yeah, at least they're somewhere. So, but if you have a problem with that, then I'll link something in the description down below if I remember. But yeah, anyways, so yeah. Alright, as I digressed, anyways, back to what I was doing. So yeah, articulation, if you untab this right here, he does a bicep rotation. He has double bend at the elbows, so that's pretty nice. In and out movement due to transformation, like the Titans Return figure, but unlike the Titans Return figure, he has wrist rotation. Yes! But, yeah, so he's got that. And, yeah, I think that's about it for the arms. He does have waist rotation. His legs can kick out this far, kick back this far. With this, it kind of limits it. The knees do have a 90-degree bend, and the feet do pivot just a little bit. If you go a little too far, then I'll just kind of untab all this. Or you'd have to untab all this, and then it's kind of looks like a mess. Here, if you want to see what it looks like if you do it all the way, then, yeah, here we go. But, yeah, and, pretty good articulation. Yeah, I think that's about it. So, yeah, very decent articulation for this guy. I mean, I could have used maybe a little more, a bit, but not that bad, I'd say. Oh, he does also have that rotation, as if you in RC probably when I was moving around. So yeah, very, very good articulation. At least that's what I think. He's got some nice movement. So yeah, there's that. Now for accessories, again, does have his revenge guns, which he can hold, and he can also hold it in one. I usually, just to keep it all in one, I usually like to tap this together and just put that in his hand. That is pretty cool. And he, of course, has his matrix, which, if you're wondering, oh yeah, you can just tap this in to secure it. Yeah, it'll secure it alright, but then it's gonna, well, let me get it. There we go. It's gonna look like that. So you have to have it like this. I know if you're like carrying it around, then it's probably gonna boop, but you're supposed to display it, alright? Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. Very reminiscent of the 1986 movie. Like, come on, I want it, I want it. Haha, you're too short to get it. Oh, come on, come on, come on. So, yeah, that's eventually did take it, and then of course, Rodimus Prime, which he also does come with the same Matrix, not with this paint gem, but as the this mold, Matrix mold, which is pretty cool. The Kingdom Commander Rodimus Prime, which is in this wave, that looks so cool. There's like a lot of blast effects and weapons. It's like, oh man, that's gonna be like the best commander class. Sorry, Jetfire. And I do like Skylynx, but Jetfire's easily the best. But yeah, so anyways, now for comparison, here he is with Studio Series A6 Hot Rod. So here, there we go. So just so I can see how they look. Can he stand up? Alright. Is he good? I think he's good, so yeah, there you go. You get a little idea of how they all look. Here he is with Earthrise Optimus Prime. Here he is with Kingdom Ultra Magnus. Here he is with Beast Wars Megatron. So you can see how they look together there. But yeah, this is another figure I have trouble keeping standing up straight. But he's about the same size as Galvatron. I think a bit taller. I don't know. Here he is with Siege Megatron. Here he is with the other Heralds of Unicron. So you can see how they all look. They look great, as they should be. One more comparison before the big one. Here is with the very tall G1 Galvatron. And finally, here he is with Titans Return Galvatron. And, yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, I'm too lazy to get that out. But anyways, yeah, here he is. Titans Return Galvatron. And as you can see, this is the mode where you really get to see why I prefer the new one, because look how much more clean this one is. This one, like with this one, since the cannon can only be in the front, you couldn't even move the arm with it. You had to remove it, and plus with the Titan Master thing, it just didn't look good. You can barely see the face. Yeah, it was a big mess. You can see how much more clean this is. But hey, if you like this one more, then go ahead, go like it, go enjoy it. Feel free to like it more, but in my opinion, this one is way better than this. So there you have that. So there you guys have my review of the Transformers War for Cybertron Kingdom Leader Class Galvatron, and I gotta say, this is easily one of my top 10 of this entire Kingdom line. Like, seriously, he is very accurate. I mean, you know, there's, I guess, some argument. Maybe you think it's just a little while. I don't. Personally, the gripe that most people have is his proportions a little off. I can see it, but I don't think they look that bad, honestly. Like, there's figures that kind of, have it worse. Like, I've seen worse proportions before. Like, heck, I could even say maybe the Siege Megatron has worse proportions than this, but even then, I don't think it's that bad. Personally, I don't care about proportions unless they actually look pretty goofy, but I don't look that goofy here. So, yeah, but anyways, guys, make sure you guys comment down below which version you like better. Do you like the Titans Return one from 2016? I can't believe that figure's like 5 years old now. Or you like this new 2021 Kingdom version. So, comment down below, or will you be getting the toy/Marvel Comics colored version? So yeah, anyways, let me down below which you're gonna get and which you prefer. So yeah, well anyways guys, make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment, share for more content, and hit the bell so you can see more reviews like this, because unless YouTube acts up again and all that, but hey, you just gotta make sure you're set for all notifications for future videos of mine. So anyways guys, till all are one.